Okay, debating with me in a couple of minutes from now, Meenakshi Lekhi representing the BJP, their candidate from New Delhi, and C.R. Kesavan of the Congress Party. There they are on your screens. Meenakshi Lekhi, what exactly did Mr. Amit Shah mean when he said, and I quote, जिन्होंने हमारे समाज के लोगों की हत्या की, युवकों को मौत के घाट उतार दिया, उन लोगों के साथ बैठकर क्या हमारा सम्मान बढ़ सकता है? Which community was he talking about and who was he referring to when he said Hamare Samaj?
He's talking about people. He's not referring to any community. And this is like putting words in the mouth as if one community fought another community. It is people who made wrong deeds, who have committed wrong deeds.
Okay.
So he's only talking about those people who have committed the wrong deeds.
No, if it was a general appeal to all riot victims, why was it made during a predominantly Jat gathering in Shamli? There were constant references in his speech that were pitted in an us versus them narrative. Meenakshi Lekhi, who is us and who is them?
Us is people who believe in India, and them are the people who believe in breaking India.
So why then a reference to Mullah Mulayam from Lucknow? Can you explain why the reference to Mullah Mulayam from Lucknow?
Because the kind of bad politics which has been played, in whose regime 100 plus riots
Mullah Mulayam
and no action been taken. No, because he keeps dressing himself even at the time of riot in a skull cap.
You find any similarity between...
he dresses up.
No. Why do you say by voting for Modi, you will uproot Mullah Mulayam from Lucknow? Why don't you say by voting for Modi, you will uproot Mulayam Singh Yadav from Lucknow? I just want to understand the reference to the word Mullah.
No, because... I think that comment you should ask Mr. Mulayam Singh, who refers himself as Mullah.
No, why not? No, of course not. Where is Mulayam Singh Yadav referred to himself as Mullah Mulayam?
I would request you to look into your archives. This statement has been made at previous election time by Mr. Mulayam Singh.
Is it now? You have a candidate from, called Sanjeev Balia, who is a riot accused in the 2012 riots. Now he says this election is not about Sarak, but about Swabhiman. He says he's accused of all those inflammatory speeches at the Hindu Mahapanchayat that led to the conflagration, many people say, and pitted one community against another. Why does he say that this election is not about development, it is about self-esteem? I just want to understand this. He says this is a मान सम्मान बहु बेटी का चुनाव, विकास तो होता रहेगा, development can wait. What does he mean by that?
See, I don't know what he means by that because I have not spoken to him, but presumably he is referring to all the rapes which have happened prior to rioting in Muzaffarnagar, and there were 12 rapes. And unfortunately all women happen to be from one community, and he could be referring to that because what we are discussing in Delhi and Bombay studios, the reality on the ground in Uttar Pradesh is very different.
Precisely,
when women get raped of a particular community, when women of a particular community get raped,
he says here,
it does affect the morale of
Ms. Lekhi, I'm opening this up.
It does affect the morale of the society.
No, Ms. Lekhi, he says ये दूसरे दर्जे के नागरिक के नाते हमारा साथ व्यवहार हुआ. My question to you is, he's saying second class citizens. Please tell me, he's telling one community three things. One is using the word badla. Then he is saying that you उनके साथ जिन्होंने आपके साथ ऐसा किया उनके साथ बैठ के फायदा नहीं है. In other words, he says makes a pitch against communal amity. And then he says second class citizens. Second class compared to whom? Which community? And then he says Mullah Mulayam. There are four things together.
I think you should, I'll ask you, you should ask this question to the Prime Minister. According to me, there are citizens and there are non-citizens.
But Amit Shah made the comment.
There is no first or second or third. Mr. Goswami, allow me to complete. Mr. Goswami made this comment, and the compliment goes to the Prime Minister of the country, who gives resources of the country to one particular community, who has the first right, and rest everybody has the second or the third right. So it is referring
which
to
community?
It is in reference to the kind of politics which is being played.
Which
I don't have to. This is election time. I'm not.
He is saying.
Mr. Goswami,
Miss Lekhi,
these are not my statements.
No, Miss Lekhi,
I think
he says.
You should play Mr. Prime Minister's statement. You will know which community I'm referring to.
Miss Lekhi, should I get Mr. Kesavan in? Mr. Kesavan, you want to come in? I have a second question. I have questions for the Congress party also, but I'd like to tell you that it has been reported that he says Mullah Mulayam's government have allowed people who kill cows to prosper.
Mullah Mulayam is Mr. Mulayam Singh, who refers himself as Mullah and wears a skull cap himself, and that too during election
So you
time.
agree this is all on religious lines?
Get into your archives and you get that.
No, so you agree this whole argument is on religious lines?
It is how somebody... No, it is not. You should ask this to Mulayam Singh, who refers himself in this manner.
No, I have not.
I'm going to comment. If you are going, if
Mr.
Goswami is going to call himself by name A and B, I'm going to refer to you by that name.
Well, I don't know
and
whether.
So far as the Prime Minister is concerned, you should ask the Prime Minister which particular community Prime Minister is referring to when he gives first right on the resources.
No, point is,
I am not going to refer to because that is not my language.
Miss Lekhi, please understand this. I'm just now, Mr. Kesavan wants to. But when you say Mullah Mulayam, you say take revenge using your ballot, say don't sit with the people who have done this to you. You know, you are second-class citizens compared to others. And under Mullah Mulayam, people who have allowed cows, people who have killed cows are prospering. This is all in a communally charged atmosphere, especially when you make it in Muzaffarnagar or elsewhere. It is an attempt to create a divide. It's obvious. Now you can twist the... Okay, Mr. Kesavan wants to come. Mr. Kesavan, yes, please. By the way, I don't think the Congress party has much to say. You began the attempt at polarization with your blatant accord with Shahi Imam last week. Anyway, since you want to respond to Meenakshi Lekhi, it's your turn.
Let me... You tell me. Do you want me to answer Shahi Imam and go to Muzaffarnagar?
Well, you have unsuccessfully tried to answer the issue of Shahi Imam all of last week. And despite... all those people who criticized your attempts, you went ahead with that. But tonight, let's start by discussing Amit Shah.
Okay, first thing you see here, why are you surprised he's using the words Mia Mullah? Mulayam. He's used it with Musharraf too. You see the pattern. In 2002, today I saw a tweet by Mr. Modi ji saying he's going to file his nomination on the 9th. He's going to meet Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. I think it will do good for Modi ji if he remembers what Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji said in a statement from the PMO released on August 24, 2002. When Mr. Modi didn't attack political parties, he attacked the election commissioner, calling him James Michael Lingdo with a veil of, language of bigotry.
You want to go back, you happily want to go back 10 years, but you don't want to go back 6 days.
Let me complete. Arnab, I'm going to answer your question. You gave Lekhi ji a chance, please be fair. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji said, it is extremely distressing that such ignoble language is being used in the context of the election of Gujarat between the election commissioner and the chief minister. He said,
so when you are...
language should not be used.
Let me complete. Don't go into semantics. Don't go into... One second. So basically...
This is the important part.
No, I asked 7 questions to Meenakshi Lekhi. She defended herself. And what is her basic argument? 1 second. Her basic argument... 1 second. Her basic argument has been... which I don't take at face value. I'm saying I don't take what Meenakshi Lekhi is saying at face value, but her basic argument is that Amit Shah's speech is some kind of a general appeal to all riot victims, which I question because of the language used and the place where the speech was made. But I find that you today have no... You are already on a back foot. You are already on the back foot because of the Shahi Imam issue. So you have no questions to ask Meenakshi Lekhi.
First thing is, why did you put people like Bhartendra Singh in Bijnor or riot accused from BJP? You put Hukum Singh from Kairana and Sanjeev Balian from Muzaffar, all riot accused. Then you have Suresh Rana by your side. Madam, let me complete. You have Suresh Rana by your side when you make the statement. But more importantly, I want to know. I want to borrow your line. Arnab, I want to borrow your line.
She has said this is...
I want to just say this. The nation is asking today, Mr. Narendra Modi, why has he been quiet on the Muzaffarnagar riots? He's contesting in Uttar Pradesh. The nation is asking Mr. Narendra Modi, why has he not expressed any sympathy for all the 60 victims and all the 40,000 displaced? The nation is asking Mr. Narendra Modi today, Amit Shah is the conscience keeper of you. Do you have a tacit understanding? Do you approve the statement of Amit Shah to practice the politics of polarization? Practice the politics of parochialism and division? Let Mr. Narendra Modi ji answer this. Do they have an answer?
No, but she hasn't said. No, she hasn't acknowledged it. Meenakshi Lekhi has not acknowledged it that the comments that were made in Bijnor near Muzaffarnagar, which is a communally sensitive area, were aimed at Hindu-Muslim lines. And neither are you in your initial comments.
Because it is a contentious point. You are here on a debate because there is an FIR being filed. EC has taken cognizance, and the reason for Amit Shah's statement is being noted is because Amit Shah has made a statement while Narendra Modi ji has never made a statement on Muzaffarnagar, and that is what you have to focus on. This is the proxy statement. Today Mr. Narendra Modi ji was talking about WWF, and in a weak facade of defense, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad ji talked about Obama's statement, trying to defend Amit Shah. Why are these people going abroad, for example, to talk about a puppet show?
Why did you?
The BJP and the strings are
why did you start the polarization? Why did you start the polarization? How are Amit Shah's comments any different from Sonia Gandhi's alleged remarks, equating the secular vote with the Muslim vote? Did she equate the secular vote with the Muslim vote? When she said the secular vote must not split, was she referring to the Muslim vote?
Let me settle you on that, Arnab. You talked about Imam Bukhari. Imam Bukhari has, Shahi Imam has expressed support for BSP before, he's expressed support for SP before. Even in this election, it's not the Congress alone. He's expressed support for TMC.
Did Sonia Gandhi tell Shahi Imam that the Muslim vote must not split? Did she or did she not say that?
You said it's a report. It's a reported statement.
Reported statement, and it's okay. It's a reported statement.
Fundamentalist. No, let me complete. You talked about, you made a very good statement yesterday. I saw your show. You talked about the Shahi Imam and said, why are you referring to other minorities? Let me ask you a question. You go to the RSS website. It says who can join. You go to RSS website fact, and the question is who can join the RSS. It says anybody, who's a Hindu male. So what happens to the Christians, the Muslims, the Sikhs, the Parsis, and the Buddhists? So the RSS is fundamental.
I don't find the relevance of your argument. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't find that you are
liar.
Yes.
No, Arnab, allow me please. This gentleman is a liar.
Mr. Keshavan is his name.
Runs a group called Rashtriya Muslim Manch, and there are Christians. Shaju C. Render is the guy who studied in RSS school, and I have met him in Kerala. There's not one but many RSS boys who are Christians. Now you forget website. I don't know which website, because you are making a false statement, and don't lie. I have seen the website. Don't lie.
This is the fact. This is the fact. Please check your website.
Check it right now.
Here is, you are practicing the politics of division.
Muslim man and a Christian. I can give you the names of people who are working for RSS.
Don't get into semantics. Don't get into semantics.
Hey, listen, I'm not taking it to semantics. I know the people who work. So don't lie.
I'm opening up the debate, joining the debate right now.
You are the biggest communal party in the world.
Joining the debate, Meenakshi Lekhi. Joining the debate is Gaurav Bhatia, whose party has filed an FIR against Amit Shah, Manoj Jha of the RJD, and Sankarshan Thakur. Now, Gaurav Bhatia, this is your symbolism against Amit Shah? Because it is strongly argued the only beneficiary. One second. Only beneficiary of the polarization are two parties, the BJP and the Samajwadi Party. And I want your direct response, because Meenakshi Lekhi faced the question, why did she refer to does Amit Shah refer to Mulayam Singh Yadav as Mullah Mulayam? She said in response, Gaurav Bhatia, that Mulayam Singh Yadav himself calls himself Mullah Mulayam. Now, I haven't got, she said it's in some archival tape, I don't have it, but I want you to respond to her. Is that the case? Is he himself?
I was hearing the debate.
Yeah.
Let me first say this, that Meenakshi Lekhi ji is completely incorrect when she says that Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav himself has referred to himself as Mullah Mulayam. He's never done that. I am denying that categorically. There are no such archives. If she has some personal archives, it's another thing. Secondly, you're talking about the effect and the SP would benefit from it. I am in Saharanpur today and I was in Muzaffarnagar. Let me tell you this, that this politics of hatred is completely abhorred by the people of Muzaffarnagar, Shamli and Saharanpur, and they would give a befitting reply to the BJP and Mr. Amit Shah. It is not surprising that the BJP is actually doing this politics of hatred, because first of all, it was their MLAs who orchestrated the riot, then they were felicitated, then they were given tickets, and their development plan goes into the background and they start talking about revenge. It is so shameful. And what better is expected out of
No, they
Mr.
say,
Amit
one second,
Shah,
I see, one minute. Their argument is, one minute. Their argument is today, Ravi Shankar Prasad says even Barack Obama says there should be revenge using the ballot. I see Meenakshi Lekhi, I see your hand go up there. But that's the point being made, Manoj Jha, that even Barack Obama says, seek revenge through the ballot.
Yes, Barack Obama says it all throughout the nation. Why didn't they use the word revenge in other districts of UP? You go to a sensitive area which is a riot.
They say it's a general point. They are saying it's a general point, Gaurav.
Revenge.
They are not saying it's on religious lines.
You just read Mr. Amit Shah's line. He said that a particular community.
But Meenakshi Lekhi says it's a general observation. Some kind of a general observation. A general appeal that is being made.
If these are general observations, then what could be more poisonous than this? What could be full of more hatred than this? And everybody knows why he said it in this Jat-dominated
Manoj Jha.
It was to polarize, it was to spread hatred.
Manoj
That is why he said it.
Manoj Jha, Meenakshi Lekhi. One second. Let's get Manoj Jha and Meenakshi. You can respond to both of them together. Meenakshi Lekhi says it's some kind of a general appeal to all riot victims that is being made. She denies there is any us versus them means a Hindu-Muslim.
He said this is a fight for revenge.
Arnab.
And he never said take revenge. He said our community has to take revenge from those persons who are being given compensation. That is the line he used.
Exactly. Therefore, if that is the case, then by the way, Manoj, I'm going to come to you next. Meenakshi can respond. But if that is the case, then under section 125.3 of the Representation of People's Act, which Amit Shah has been booked under, there should be action against him. Yes, Manoj Jha.
Yeah, Arnab, I just wanted to, in fact, citing Barack Obama on matters of revenge does not make a very strong case. Number one, Barack Obama should not be taken, his words should not be taken as God's word. Secondly, Arnab, what we have forgotten, Mr. Amit Shah in his hate speech also used the reference to Mughals, and that we have we are deliberately forgetting. I think Mr. Amit Shah is an alter ego of Mr. Narendra Modi, and he in fact replaces the absence of manifesto from BJP. His words, his hate speech is the manifesto. And third, Arnab, Meenakshi Lekhi, in response to your queries constantly, she was not able to satisfy even 1% of your queries, and that tells all of us that do they want a very violent, divisive kind of election? Is it advantage BJP? It might win them certain seats, but I tell you, in Nevada on 2nd of April, Mr. Modi himself, he said, and I quote in Hindi, जानवरों के हत्यारे और यदुवंशियों के नेता मिलकर राजनीति कर रहे हैं. You know जानवरों के हत्यारे, what do they mean? And यदुवंशियों के नेता. And imagine this person positions himself.
Meenakshi Lekhi must respond now. Meenakshi Lekhi, and besides, let me take a local example. A BJP Lok Sabha candidate and one of the MLAs.
This gentleman that we are discussing, Mr. Amit Shah, has been ordered by the Supreme Court to not even enter his own state. And he is the demon of riots. Wherever he goes, there are riots, because his main objective is to polarize. His main objective is to incite communal violence. And that is what happened in UP also. And why don't they answer that these
fine. So let's realize. No, Mr. Kesavan, I see your hand go up. I think it's Meenakshi Lekhi's turn. Sankarshan, I will come to you after. Yes, Meenakshi Lekhi, I think you know, I think to try and dismiss Amit Shah's comments as a general observation will not be acceptable. But I find somewhere, Meenakshi Lekhi, that perhaps
And
you are
Narendra
yourself
Modi's
not
speech
convinced.
in Nevada.
No, perhaps you are yourself not convinced of the spin that you are giving today.
No, I have a very simple question. When he refers to somebody as devil and evil, I think devils are preaching scriptures today, because these are the people, even before Amit Shah came to the UP scene, have had a history of rioting and amounting to 100 plus riots. They have a failed administration. 1,400 people die in a span of 2 months, and those are probably secular murders.
Mrs. Meenakshi Lekhi. And in Gujarat, Godhra also.
Now let her complete. She heard you.
I have a very
No, she heard you.
I have a very sore throat. I can shout at
And
you
that
the
is
way
why
you are
you should
shouting
rest
and
your throat
interrupting.
muscles for
But
your
today I have a bad
Gaurav,
throat.
wait for her to finish.
You better learn to behave. You
Gaurav,
better learn to behave. You are not making a point. You are making no sense. You are completely denying Mullah Mulayam. But how do you deny the skull caps which your Akhilesh Yadav was wearing at the time of Muzaffarnagar riot and appeared 3 to 5 times? Not my insecurity. Your insecurity that you will not allow me to speak even with a bad throat. That is the kind of person you are.
Please don't forget.
Insecure.
Why do you give tickets to 3 persons?
No,
Gaurav, now you know we must let her complete here. By the way, Gaurav Bhatia, if you continue, let me make one point to you. Let me make one point to you. That concern that seeps from your heart today was missing, because the fact is, 7 months after the riots, 7 months after the riots.
Remind you then, Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav today in a rally, he never polarized any votes. He said we have all the sympathies for the
Really? And Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav finds the time to visit Muzaffarnagar. Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav finds the time to visit. Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav finds the time to visit Muzaffarnagar for the first time on the eve of the elections. Is that a coincidence?
Mr. Akhilesh Yadav was there
transforms himself and wears skull caps and appears on television.
Anyway, one second.
Mr. Mulayam Singh
Let's go
Yadav
back.
was meeting.
Let's go back. We are asking.
Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav
No, we are debating tonight. We are debating tonight Amit Shah's comments. Now I can play some of Amit Shah's comments and then.
No, but did you find any inflammatory speech from Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav today? He said that he'll provide the healing touch.
But why don't you? Why don't? No. But why don't you? Why don't you ask that question to the Congress party? Why have they not acted against Imran Masood?
Absolutely, the Congress. Mr. Imran Masood, I've been the for
Okay, 1 minute. One minute. There's a counter question from Meenakshi Lekhi. Let's hear that. 1 second. Meenakshi Lekhi, what's your counter question and who is it to? Sankarshan, I'll come to you.
My
Yes.
question, you see, I'll tell you something. Referring to any time period in the history when swords are used to settle scores with your enemies, we are living in a time frame when EVM machine can be used to settle scores. All those who are opposing the forces of real secularism and playing up with pseudo-secularism, these are the enemies. Yes, these are my enemies.
Sankarshan.
Why not? And why should I not appeal to people to use EVM?
1 second.
And then these are the people who have a history of writing. They are preaching scriptures to me. How many riots have happened since 2002 in this country? 5,500 and no record.
BJP is master of
The man appeared with a skull cap on the eve of writing. That is not communal.
Meenakshi Lekhi, 1 second. Sankarshan will come into the debate. He hasn't come in yet. But I request you, Meenakshi Lekhi, to understand.
And you are making false statements.
Ms. Lekhi.
That is the kind of lies you spread.
Ms. Lekhi, it appears Sankarshan wants to rebut you, but I'd like to just put out very humbly that the model code of conduct. 1 second.
Please check.
Gaurav Bhatia, the model code of.
Please check the statistics on the number of communal incidents in Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat.
No, Mr. Kesavan, after Sankarshan, please. I am only going to put a very straight argument. Meenakshi Lekhi is a lawyer. She should know that under the model code of conduct, any activity which may aggravate existing differences or create mutual hatred or cause tension between different castes or communities, religious or linguistic, by which reference also any comment which may be interpreted as doing something like this will be amount to creating tension, religious or linguistic, and hence action can be taken against the model code of conduct. Now the BJP knows this. The BJP should be cautioning Amit Shah. Don't say these things in commonly charged areas. However, the BJP makes a spirited defense and even quotes Barack Obama in this context. Sankarshan, your response to Meenakshi Lekhi. I'll come back to you. Sankarshan.
I hope you'll give me some time.
Go ahead.
And while this cantankerous debate has been going on, I've been looking at some of the scrolling on your Twitter handle, and it frightens me how viciously polarized the voter's mind already is. Please read what is going on your Twitter handle scroll. I would advise everyone, and all of you should be frightened. Two, what the sort of discourse of Mr. Imran Masood, and please hear me carefully, the discourse of Mr. Imran Masood and the discourse of Mr. Amit Shah in the same part of the country is extremely disturbing, condemnable. You know, it is a no-brainer. What I found interesting this evening is Meenakshi Lekhi, the BJP's candidate from New Delhi, actually throughout her discourse today on this program, not actually defending Amit Shah directly. And I think that's because she finds it uncomfortable because she's a modern thinking person. But her party is not. I think RJD's Manoj Jha said something very important. This discourse now of the pink revolution and all the subtext to all of that is very, very dangerous. Indian voters, the Indian mind is a very fine, subtle mind. Indians may be unlettered, they are not illiterate. They understand the meanings of what is being said. Their takeaway is very, very sophisticated. And I think that the discourse that has begun to happen over the past couple of days or 4 or 5 days has turned. It has gone away from development.
But who's responsible?
Is being couched now very, very
who's more responsible?
No, even the pink revolution argument was, you can say it is couched in an economic issue of Pashupalaks. It is not. Everyone gets the message of what the pink revolution is and what is being talked about.
True.
So I think what is happening in the final run-up to election tomorrow.
One second. Meenakshi Lekhi. One second. Meenakshi Lekhi says.
This is going to be a terribly polarized
Meenakshi Lekhi.
Meenakshi Lekhi. Everyone should be alarmed.
Sankarshan. Meenakshi Lekhi says, who's responsible? I think by asking who's responsible, Meenakshi Lekhi, you are trying to appear to be the person, who joined the debate. I'm saying, why are you joining the debate? You're joining the debate willingly and sharpening and polarizing the debate. So that question, who's responsible, with all respect, is a non-starter of a question. Meenakshi Lekhi, why do you ask that?
The BJP should answer.
I'll tell you something.
Mr. Kesavan, after Meenakshi.
Look at the last election. Look at the UP election before which some kind of promise was made about some reservation to a particular community.
Yes.
Look at before that.
So
the programs were split into for minority this and not for others. So when you make such kind of references, is that not polarization? Now one type of polarization is good, the other type of polarization is bad.
No, what is the other type of polarization? Be specific. Be specific. What you're saying. No, one second. I have a question for Meenakshi Lekhi. Meenakshi Lekhi, my question to you is this. 1 second. 1 minute. You said one type of polarization is good. How can other type of polarization be bad? You say in a previous election, let's be very specific.
See, polarization.
Last time there was polarization. There was an attempt to polarize when, despite the National Commission of Backward Classes recommendation in February advising the government against reservations for Jats, the UPA went ahead. The Supreme Court had to send a notice to the government asking if a serious application of mind went into the decision. So they tried to do caste-based polarization. You're saying they do caste-based polarization, I'll do religious polarization. What's wrong with that?
No, not
what kind of an argument
they
is
do religion-based polarization. My argument is very simple. I want country to be polarized on economic and security.
But nobody is talking about that.
But instead of that,
in Muzaffarnagar,
allow me to complete.
It's all about badla, revenge,
my argument.
Mullah Mulayam. Where's the development argument?
No, badla is not bad. See, why are we taking badla to be a bad word? Badla to lena hi hai. Itna महंगाई बढ़ाया है तो badla नहीं लेना.
No, महंगाई की बात नहीं की थी
badla नहीं लेना. Badla has to be.
It's a medieval word. It's a medieval word. It's a medieval thinking.
महंगाई का भी
It's a medieval worldview.
No, medieval also because medieval world also refers to the atrocities. Medieval world
your
also
party
refers to
cannot think
atrocities
beyond
on women.
medieval world.
Medieval world.
One second. One
Your party is
Even
rooted
in modern
medieval
times,
world.
you cannot think beyond medieval time. I don't know how modern you are because you've not moved on.
No,
You're
we
still
can.
stuck in a time
We
graph
can.
where you are using only
Your
one
Prime
community
Minister
versus the other.
designate.
When are you? What is
Your
your
Prime
economic
Minister,
agenda?
ambitious
What is
person.
your economic agenda?
Talks about
What is your
making
security
Pakistan
agenda of the
moral
country?
courage to even
Are you
accept
getting money
that
from
they were to-
Pakistan? The manner of language you are using?
That is,
One second, Mr. Kesavan wants to come back. Mr. Kesavan, the reference to the word badla. 1 minute. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Just a minute. Let me summarize and then we are going on. Meenakshi Lekhi now argues that the reference to the word badla is made in the context of badla against price rise on economic issues. I didn't say that reference. She says the reference to badla was on that. I didn't see Amit Shah make that specific. He makes a question about badla. He says, जिन्होंने ऐसा किया उनके साथ मिल बैठ के कैसे काम कर सकते हो? Second class citizen. If he's talking about, simple counter question to that is, if he's saying badla against price rises, then why does he talk about being second class citizens? Then we are all victims of price rise.
Because Prime
Mr. Kesavan.
in the past has made that statement.
Mr.
Why
Kesavan.
are we taking away the fact the Prime Minister has made a statement that one particular community has got
One minute,
resources
Meenakshi.
of the country?
1 minute.
Will somebody answer that?
1 second.
Arnab, this is not done.
Mr. Kesavan,
please answer that.
Meenakshi Lekhi, Mr. Kesavan is asking you a counter question. You asked one, he's asking you one. Go ahead.
Meenakshi Lekhi is a candidate. She was accusing somebody of being, Pakistani agent. Her voters are watching. I hope she restrains herself. Coming back to the point of Badla,
Oh, no,
let me tell you
I
one thing. The
haven't said
Congress
Pakistani
Party has been talking about.
You are a liar.
The Congress Party has been talking about progress. Oh, see,
You can lie
These
through
statements
your
are going to
teeth
cost
and that
you.
too on a live
These
debate.
statements are going to cost you.
I shouldn't expect anything better from a congressman. I think you have to be a liar and you have to be corrupt to stay in that party.
Please, the kind of lies which Narendra Modi and Amit Shah are doing, there's no
In a
parallel.
live
Let me come back
debate,
to the
you can
argument,
lie.
Arnab. You talk
When did
about
I say
Badla.
you're a Pakistani
Arnab, you talk
agent?
about Badla.
When did I use this language?
Arnab, the problem is, they don't have the courage. They don't have the courage to listen. They may shout a CR Keshavan down. The BJP and the RSS cannot shout down the 80 crore voters of India. On May 16th, you'll have the answer. But let me complete. It is not. See,
You can make up. You know nothing about RSS. Go and research Rashtriya Muslim Manch and then start talking.
You don't have the courage to listen. You don't have the courage
You don't have the courage.
You don't have the courage
You
to
don't
listen.
have
You
the
said-
courage.
no, no, one
Forget.
second.
Listen, ma'am.
One second. You said when you wanted to come back.
Listen.
Illiterate man.
You said, 1 second, one minute, everyone polarize. What was Rahul Gandhi? 1 second, Mr. Kesavan, a minute please.
I want to come.
Mr. Kesavan, a minute, can bring some order to the debate. Mr. Kesavan,
She already accused Arnab. You remember a debate where she accused you of taking about graft, and I remember the debate. Everybody has
Now,
seen the debate, so I'm
now,
not
Mr.
going to
Kesavan.
use it again.
Now,
Let me
Mr.
come back
Kesavan,
again.
let me say this. Let me say this. No, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
It's about Badla.
1 minute, just a minute, just a minute.
I didn't have my chance.
Mr.
I
Kesavan,
didn't have my chance.
Mr. Kesavan, you see, this debate is not about me. Okay? Now, what Meenakshi Lekhi knows, and I'm saying it again, that if that comment which she has made, I protested. I'm sure she did not mean it in that sense, right? And I therefore believe that comment has nothing to do with this observation, right? This debate. Now, I'm asking you, 1 minute, Mr. Kesavan, I don't personalize anything, right? Let's not personalize anything.
Let me answer.
No, you will. But 1 second, Mr. Kesavan, what are we debating here today? We are debating Amit Shah's comments. I find it, no, 1 second. I find it, Mr. Kesavan, I find it surprising that I am having to draw you into the issue of Amit Shah.
What's wrong with that?
I thought you would have your argument against what Amit Shah says. You have no argument against Amit Shah. Maybe you feel guilty.
You don't let.
Maybe you're guilty.
Lekhi is not letting me complain.
Arnab, can I please also join in?
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, just a minute, 1 second, 1 second. We'll get the line back with Meenakshi Lekhi. 1 minute.
The Congress Party. No, listen, see, it's a very simple explanation here. See, the BJP has no agenda. They can't even release a manifesto. They're controlled by RSS. Their agenda is not about the concern of the people. It's the coronation of an individual. And they've been utterly exposed. First time in the history of India, you have a party going to the election where their only agenda is Narendra Modi trying to measure the drapes of 7 race courses.
And what was Rahul Gandhi doing when he said that the ISI tried to recruit from riot camps? What was Rahul Gandhi doing when he said the ISI was trying to recruit from riot camps, which was not proven to be untrue by the center itself?
Shri Rahul Gandhi had 30 consultations. He met lakhs of people, and the manifesto was released. It's a social.
No, Sankarshan.
These people are going to the polls. They don't have a manifesto. It's a mockery of the
Am I
people.
discussing?
And you know what? On Amit Shah's statement,
I'll debate the manifesto
on Amit Shah's
tomorrow.
statement, the BJP spokesperson, on Amit Shah's statement, the BJP spokesperson said it's the mood of the nation. What do you think is the mood of the nation? You think people are going to lie this and take down this, politics of division and hate?
Well, what do you mean by mood of the nation? Relevant point. One minute. What did you mean by mood of the nation? One second. 1 minute. Meenakshi Lekhi, did you use the phrase? Did you say that Amit Shah's comments reflect the mood of the nation? Did you say that? Did you say that? No. 1 second. 1 minute. Who said mood of the nation? Okay, fine. Meenakshi Lekhi, 1 minute. At this point of the debate, the Congress hits back and it asks, 1 minute, let me summarize for our viewers. The Congress spokesperson hit back and asks, what did the BJP spokesperson mean by saying that Amit Shah's comments reflect the mood of the nation? Now, I think Meenakshi should respond. Specific question raised, Ms. Lekhi respond. Gaurav, I'll come to you. Yeah.
Yes. And provided they don't disrupt me, because I really have a very sore throat. You see, the mood of the nation is to take revenge on Congress. The way Congress has been wiped out in all the 3-4 states which went into election, people have made up their mind against the Congress party. People are fed up with the kind of malgovernance Congress has given, and it is in this context revenge through EVMs need to be taken on Congress, and that is what is reflected. And so far as Ms. Sonia Gandhi's visit to certain category of camps and only certain community camps is concerned, we all know that. Referring to even the riot rehabilitation packages, I think it reflects how SP and Congress have been functioning. Even
No, 1 minute. When he goes on first, 1 second. Meenakshi Lekhi.
Can I come in?
Narendra Modi has never made a statement on Muzaffarnagar.
Yes, Gaurav.
Why has he not made a statement?
No, 1 second. We're 2 minutes on the debate. Yes, Gaurav. Gaurav's been waiting. 2 minutes on the debate. Gaurav's turn.
Narendra Modi has not made a statement on
I feel that Mrs. Lekhi and no BJP spokesperson has still answered that why did they reward the 3 accused persons with a Lok Sabha ticket? That question.
Okay, point made. Meenakshi wanted to answer that. Let her answer that. Point made. Limited time. Meenakshi answers that.
You know, surprising, this is coming from SP who has...
And then the speech follows.
I'll tell you, this is not an award. This is not an award.
Okay, now let her reply. You made the point. Let her reply.
I am answering Mr. Bhatia, if you can allow. Why have you got a person like Akhilesh Yadav who dresses up even while addressing a press conference after the riots in a skull cap? In that context, I will say these are the people who have been falsely accused by SP government. The real rioters like Azam Khan and others have not even been booked by your company.
There is nothing wrong in that, please.
No, but a message is being sent.
And referring to the riots, right?
In the region.
I don't think he wears that headgear on daily basis.
And Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, they have not made any
1 minute.
inflammatory
1 minute to go.
Your leaders are making inflammatory speeches in the region and disturbing the peace.
The BJP
Oh, you made derogatory speeches. Forget inflammatory. Derogatory speeches referring to a particular community is as derogatory as the inflammatory.
When Mr. Amit Shah cannot even enter Gujarat, he's been sent to UP.
Sankarshan, now 1 second.
Oh, he can.
I have one question. I have one brief point. Meenakshi Lekhi,
you're a lawyer. I don't know what sort of lawyer. You don't read the judgment.
Okay, Meenakshi Lekhi, just a minute. 30-second comment to Sankarshan, please. 30-second comment to Sankarshan. Allow me, Sankarshan. We are close to the election, right? Close to the election. Now, with TV cameras following everyone everywhere, and with so many debates and controversies over what Amit Shah says, do you think these parties will restrain themselves? Now, fearing the election commission, fearing an exposure by the media, yes or no?
No.
No.
Single word answer, no. No.
So complete defiance, you think? You think the election commission has lost?
I don't need to say anything more, Arnab. No, it is political strategy.
Well, I think that
political strategy.
Well, I think then
we might go on saying this is wrong, this is right. They are in it to bag this election any which way. I don't think Mr. Amit Shah was speaking about taking revenge on the Congress party for price rise and for corruption.
Okay.
Meenakshi Lekhi is trying to finesse that outburst I don't.
Well, I thank you.
Is confused about what
I think then it is the responsibility of the media to question it.
Imran Masood means.
And I think it's a responsibility of Mr. Sampath, the Chief Election Commissioner, to take note of what's happening. But for Meenakshi Lekhi, Gaurav Bhatia,
absolutely,
Mr. Kesavan and Sankarshan Thakur joining me on a slightly delayed Newshour debate this evening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.